The plastic build on the device is incredibly strong and durable. Even at maximum brightness, I could hardly see it. Keystone technically only supports 6 tokens without connecting to hot wallets. Today, we're reviewing the Keystone 3 Pro hardware wallet. Let's check it out. Inside the 3 Pro box, you get the device, a USB-C to C cable, 6 recovery sheets, a user manual, and jelly tape. This is a brick of a device. Keystone 3 Pro is made of ABS and PC plastic. Although these materials are naturally light, the wallet feels heavy in the hand, weighing 103 grams, and the sides are extremely thick. Trying to bend or twist the device is an impossible task, and the fingerprint sensor stays attached when attacked from all angles. The back plastic panel can also be customized to your liking. The massive 4-inch LCD display is perfect for seeing transactions clearly, and it is touchscreen, coming in at 480 by 800 pixels. On the back is a camera for QR scanning, the method Keystone uses to confirm transactions. The brand also includes a fingerprint sensor for easy sign-in. Lastly, the device has a massive 1000 mAh battery. The size is impressive, but many users have commented about battery decay early on. Also, props to Keystone for including a super long USB-C cable. Most brands give short, annoying cables, so credit where credit is due. Keystone 3 Pro should work on all devices, but actually this info can't be found on their website. To start setup, turn on the device. Right from the start, the screen was incredibly dark. I had to go through the entire setup, into settings, and then redo the setup. Choose a language and click verify device. Scan the QR codes, enter the code, and click verify. Then connect the device via USB-C. Click connect on mobile and Keystone 3 Pro. This update alone takes 10 minutes. Select create wallet, enter a PIN code, name it, and choose seed backup. Now write down all 24 words, staying away from cameras. Then tediously select all the correct words in order. The wallet will generate and we're into the main menu. Download Keystone Nexus from the App Store. Choose scan to connect. Then click the top right menu on the 3 Pro wallet, selecting Keystone Nexus. Once scanned, choose tokens and we're into the app. Keystone Nexus is a bare bones app compared to competitors. There just isn't much to it. To receive crypto, click on the token to display the wallet address. Usually I send with Solana, but we need to integrate it with a hot wallet such as Backpack, and instead we have to go through online connected software. So that's why I sent over some Ethereum. After a minute or two, the crypto appeared in the wallet. To send crypto, select the token, click send, and select the token again. Enter the amount and press confirm. Click the scan button on the Keystone 3 Pro and scan the QR code. Some extremely difficult to see info will appear, and slide the bottom bar to confirm. Enter the PIN, scan the QR code, and the transaction should be successful. There's also a swap feature, but users need to reveal their location, which I wasn't keen on doing. Some features in the settings include multiple wallets, language, theme, currency on the 3 Pro device. We also get settings such as vibration, screen settings, and recovery mode. As for the fingerprint sensor, no matter how many times attempted, it just didn't work. Keystone supports over 5,500 tokens, including over 200 blockchains. But unfortunately, only 6 blockchains are available through the native hardware wallet app itself, which is significantly lacking in 2026. The 3 Pro doesn't seem to have native NFT support, but users can showcase Solana and Ethereum NFTs from hot wallets, which isn't ideal. Keystone 3 Pro rocks 3 secure element chips, but the worrying part is that none of these 3 chips are EAL certified, meaning they weren't third-party verified for security. So why does the 3 Pro have 3 chips? 2 of the chips are specifically engineered to safeguard seed phrases. The third chip is the MCU, or microcontroller, which handles fingerprint tasks and runs the verification process. Keystone 3 Pro also incorporates PCI-grade anti-tampering features, meaning any physical tampering to the device results in an immediate data wipeout. Keystone has audited all their products through Slowmist and Keylabs. The brand states these are publicly available, but we could only find Slowmist audits after some digging, with only minor changes being suggested. The brand's devices are 95% open source, including every part of its firmware and software, but all 3 chips require an NDA agreement and are closed source. Take a look at their GitHub for more info. As a company, Keystone was established in 2018 in Hong Kong under the brand name Kobo. Keystone holds an impressive 4.7 out of 5 rating on Trustpilot. And for the 3 Pro device specifically, the hardware wallet received a 3.6 out of 5 on Amazon, a 9 out of 10 on 99bitcoins.com, and a 9.2 on hardwarewallet.net. As for user reviews, these include feeling safe traveling with the device, user confidence with the air gap design and security, a lack of user friendliness and problems scanning the QR codes, and also highly uncooperative support. To contact support, either go through app settings or talk with the chatbot on Keystone.1. Let's compare the Keystone 3 Pro to other popular hardware wallets we've tested. Alipel has no USB connection and uses the same QR scanning tech. It also has better build quality, a far smoother app, better token support, but slightly more expensive. SafePal S1 also uses QR scanning, has similar build quality, a better app, more token support, and is much cheaper. Ledger Flex also has a touchscreen, connects via Bluetooth or USB-C, but Flex can't QR scan. Flex also has better build quality, a better app, more features, but at a higher price. Ledger Stacks has all the Flex has with a large curved screen, but at a much higher price. SafePal X1 has 12 buttons, uses USB-C or Bluetooth, a better app, similar build quality, but much cheaper. Trezor Safe 3 is much smaller with a 1-inch screen, USB-C only, 2 buttons, better app, but much cheaper. Ledger Nano S Plus has a smaller screen, better build quality and app, more token support, and is cheaper. Ledger Nano X is the same as the Nano S Plus, with Bluetooth connection and slightly more storage for apps. OneKey Classic 1S has 4 buttons, connects via USB-C or Bluetooth, worse build quality, better app and token support for a cheaper price. Bitbox O2 Multi is also made of plastic, connects via USB-C, similar app and price. CypherRock X1 is USB-C only, has a joystick, 4 backup cards, similar build quality and app at a similar price. CoolWallet Pro has a small screen, button, and tiny battery, much harder to use, but a better app at a similar price. SecuX NeoX is also a beast of a device, worse build, similar app and price. For NFC cards, Tangem has no screen, making it less secure, is more portable, and is much cheaper. Tangem Ring is the same as the cards, just in ring form. CoolWallet Go is similar to Tangem, but with 1 less card, a similar app, and cheaper price. Being direct, nothing on the Keystone 3 Pro impressed me compared to other similarly priced options. For positives, the plastic build on the device is incredibly strong and durable. Setup was straightforward and informational, and crypto was easily received and sent without any errors. Now, for the caveats, the screen, it spoke for itself. Even at maximum brightness, I could hardly see it, and that's not good for a device that requires precision with QR scanning, or when confirming financial transactions. Keystone Nexus app is far too simplistic, missing many of the core convenience features such as DeFi integrations and clear UI designs. And on top of that, Keystone technically only supports 6 tokens without connecting to hot wallets, which is immensely less than the 5,000 plus tokens they claim to support. There's also the concern that none of the secure element chips are EAL certified, which is an industry standard. 3 chips doesn't necessarily make a device safer if hardware hasn't been third-party tested. Lastly, concerns about poor battery longevity are worrying. So would I recommend the Keystone 3 Pro? This device is not for me. Here's why. The 3 Pro is essentially the same experience as the Alipel Titan 2. Even with the hot wallet concerns that happened to Alipel recently, the Titan 2 device has a better solid build, and it's really not that much more expensive at $169. Now for the cheapest competitor, SafePal S1 delivers the same experience with a smaller screen. On a budget, this is the go-to QR scanning option. If you want to grab a Keystone 3 Pro or any other wallet, check out the links below for discounts. And a huge thanks to Keystone for sending one over. Thanks for watching and catch you in the next one.